Okay, all right. So this is the first question here that they're asking you to do. So
Okay.
it's actually very simple. But you just have to. There's a particular. This is a question on polynomial. So it's a question on polynomial. I hope you understand. So,
Yes, sir.
what you just do whenever you have a question like this is that you know that this is a function. So it's just like f of x is equals to s cube minus 2s squared plus mx plus 4. I hope you understand. So you can
Yeah.
mute yourself, but when I'm asking you if you understand, you let me know so that I can know. I hope you understand. So
Okay. I
f
should I meet
so
this one?
eh
I should meet the mic here, right?
don't worry, don't bother to mute it. Don't bother to mute it. So they now said when you divide it by x minus 3, you get your remainder to be minus 2. What they mean by dividing is that when you are dividing a particular thing, this is called the factor. Something you use to divide something, you call it what? Factor. You cannot even call it a factor. You call it it is called the divisor. Do you get? This that you
Okay.
want to divide, we call it what? Dividend. Right? Now,
Okay.
if they say something, this is the remainder, right? What they are saying is that when you divide this, you know that in polynomial we have something like this, that you divide something like this, s
Yes.
cube minus 2s squared plus
Yes.
mx plus 4. You know this is your division, right? What they are saying is that
Yes, sir.
if you divide this uh, this function using this x minus 3, you are going to get what? Minus 2, right? So
Okay.
in lieu of this, for you to now do it is that instead of using that long division, right? Instead of using
Yes,
that
sir.
long method, what you'll be doing is that you will substitute, you know that this is s minus 3, right?
Yes.
You will now say s minus 3 is equal to 0, right?
All right.
Do you agree? Bring it to this
Yes,
side.
sir.
You now say x is equals
X
to,
is got to
is
three.
not, yes, right? What you now do is that you will now input this x. You know it is 3, right? Any place you see
Okay.
x, you will now be putting it inside.
You substitute it
You
there.
you will now equate it to minus 2 because they said when you divide with x minus 3, you'll be getting what? Minus 2 as
Minus
the
two.
remainder. So it means when you input 3 in all of them, you know that we are looking for m, right? M, right? That's
Yes.
what we are looking for. So let's input 3 inside this equation. It will now be f into 3.
Three.
It will now be 3 cube minus 2 into 3
Minus
squared
three.
plus m times 3 plus
Three.
4. You will now
Plus
equals it
four.
to what? Equals to what?
Minus two.
You can see now. So 3 raised to power 3 is what? 3 times 3 times 3. That will be 27 minus
27.
2 times 3 square is 9 plus
Yes.
m times 3 is what? 3m plus 4
3M.
is equals to minus 2. What do we have? 27 minus 18 plus 3m plus 4
Plus.
is equals to minus 2. What do you now do? Just add everything together. 27 minus 18. You'll be fast. So you know that you are doing CBT. So you need to be very fast. So 27 minus 18, that is
That was
that
19.
would be 19.
Nine.
Or
Yes.
that would be 9. That would be 9. So that would be 9 plus
Yes.
4. That would be 13 plus 3m. 13 plus
Yes.
3m will now be equals to minus 2.
Minus
So that would
two.
be, bring this to this side. It will now be 3m is equals to minus
Plus.
15. Minus 15. You know that it
Yes.
will be minus 2 minus 13. So
Minus 13.
you now have 3m is equals to minus 15. So divide both sides by 3, divide both sides by 3, divide both sides. So we have m is
Okay.
equals to minus 5. So you can see that it is very simple.
Yes.
Do you understand
Wow.
everything I did?
Yes.
So you can see now this is
Yeah.
option A. So you can see very, if you are the one doing it, it will be faster than this. I hope you understand. So this is just how to do it. So now, adding mean you look for this thing. Maybe you input 3 and your answer is becoming 0. Your remainder is 0. It means x minus 3 is the factor. But if you look at this, when you divide by s minus 3, you get your remainder to be minus 2. So it means this s minus 3 is not the factor of this polynomial. So I have a video on polynomial maybe I'm going to send you the video, or I don't know how you can get the video for. I have a video on that on polynomial, so I don't know how you can get that. So I have it on polynomial. Maybe I'm going to see how I can give you. So if the roots, look at the second question you asked. If the roots of the equation, I hope you understand the first question I just did.
Yes. Yes, clearly, sir.
Okay, all right. So they said if the root of the equation is 3x squared minus 5x plus 1 is equal to 0, they now say you should look for alpha squared minus alpha beta plus alpha squared. They now said if the root of the equation is alpha and beta. Now there's something you need to know, that we have what we call the sum of the roots. Sum of the roots means you know that this is your root, right? What do we mean by
Yes.
root? Your root is when you solve a quadratic equation, the two values in which you get is your root. I hope you understand. Do you
Okay,
understand?
yes. Yeah.
So we have what we call sum of the root. That is when you add these roots together. When you add them together, it will be alpha plus beta. So the formula for that is actually minus b over a. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the meaning of this after. So we also have what we call the alpha beta. Alpha beta is c over a. That is product of the roots. That is, you can see that we are adding here, but here we are multiplying. So this is the product of the roots. So this is actually you know that quadratic equation, this is their general formula. Ax squared plus bx plus c
Yes.
equals to 0, right? Now bring this equation, bring it here. Go and compare it with each other. It will be 3x
Okay.
squared minus 5x plus 1
Plus
equals to
one.
what? 0.
Plus
So
zero.
compare it. So looking at the question, I want you to be telling me the value of a. What's the value of a?
The value of A is 3.
What is the value of b?
3.
What's b?
5.
It's not 5 like that.
C
Minus 5.
minus 5.
Okay, c is what?
C is plus 1.
Yeah. So we
1.
have gotten that. Now, the next thing you are doing is looking for what? Alpha plus beta, right? So let's look for alpha plus
Okay, yes.
beta. What's alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta will now be minus b over a. So
Minus
what's
B.
our so it will now be minus into minus 5 over what's our a? 3. So what do we have? Minus times minus plus, that will be 5
Yes.
over 3. So we still have what we call the alpha beta. What's alpha beta? C over a, right? What's your c? 1.
1.
What's your a?
A is 3.
So we have what? 1 over 3. But we have not started yet. If you are doing CPT, you'll be faster than this. So they now said we have what we call the alpha squared plus beta squared. I hope you understand. So what you are going
Yeah.
to do here is that you are going to bring this alpha squared plus beta squared, bring it to each other. That is, you take this one to this side, you bring this one to this side. So because of that, we are going to now have alpha squared plus beta squared minus alpha beta. The reason why I'm not teaching you calculator method outrightly is that there are times that one may, I don't pray that happen, but there are times that people kind of forget the normal method of doing things. So that you will know the real way to do it. So what is now what is the meaning of this alpha square plus beta square? There's something you need to know in mathematics, that a square plus b square is equals to a plus b into a plus b minus 2ab. Do you get that? A square
Yeah.
minus b square is actually a plus b times a minus b. Do you get that? So now it means alpha a square plus b square is the same thing as alpha square plus beta square. So in lieu of that, what do we have? We now have alpha plus beta. Oh yeah, lead me now. Oh yeah.
Sir. Okay. Alpha plus beta will be like for this equation, right?
Maybe I've lead you, or do you not understand that what I did here? A square plus
Once you
b
did
square.
general,
This one is just a normal thing that you need to know in mathematics, that a square plus b square is equal to a
yeah.
plus b plus a plus b minus 2ab. So in place of a now, it will now become alpha. That's just what we are doing. Oh, yeah.
Okay, sir. I have a question.
Okay.
For you to say, okay, A is alpha. In this equation now, the A will be A plus B, right? A square.
Yes. Hmm?
Like I didn't get it though.
This is just a formula in mathematics. This is not
Yeah.
part of what we are doing.
But okay, yeah, I get it now.
So
So the next one you now
in place
alpha.
of AB, it's
Okay.
not relating
Yes,
to this formula. It doesn't relate to. They are different.
yes,
Oh.
sir.
This is just a formula. You can use P instead of AB.
Okay,
You can use P and Q.
okay.
So it can also be P
So the
squared.
next
So
the
here,
next one
what?
will now be alpha plus beta minus 2 alpha beta.
Then it remains this. It will not be what?
It will now be alpha
No,
plus beta.
it will not be minus alpha beta. You know that we have this differently. We have this differently. And you have mentioned this already. You have mentioned this already.
Okay.
It remains this.
Yes.
Do you understand everything I
Yes.
did?
Yes, sir.
So we now have what? Alpha plus beta. Don't be discouraged that it is getting too late. But don't just know that it's because I'm solving in I want you to understand. So minus 2 alpha beta minus 3 alpha minus alpha beta. So you now give me the minus 3 alpha beta.
3 alpha.
So what you now do is that any place you see alpha plus beta, any place you see alpha plus beta and alpha beta, what do we get to alpha plus beta in the previous place? What do we get?
Alpha
Yeah.
plus beta. 5 over 3.
So we have what?
5 over
5 over 3
yes.
into what? 5
Okay.
over 3 again.
5.
What's our
Yes.
alpha beta?
1 over 3.
So 1 over 3.
3.
So what do we have?
1 over 3.
3 cancel 3, right? 5
Yes,
times
sir.
5, 25.
25.
3 times 3,
All of 9.
minus
9.
1. Then you just use your, you find the LCM. 9, 25 minus 9. What's 25 minus 9? 16 over 9.
16.
So what do you get in
Yes.
your answer? You can see that you get it. That's it. Simple as ABC.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
Let me see if I can use calculator method for it. Although I want to make calculator method a course for you guys, but I don't even have the time. And also, most of you guys are not talking that you need help. It's just that I've been saying it that if not for you that you quickly talk, some people did not even talk at all. So and that's not really so good. When you have brothers in the church that can help, try to like talk. So okay, let me see if I can use the
Okay.
calculator. Let me see if I can use the calculator for it. So you know how to find quadratic, right? They've taught you. I think by now you should know it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that will be shift mode. Okay. That will be mode equation. Then you go to 3. So let's write the equation there. 3 minus 2. I'm just checking if I can use calculator method for it. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Okay. We for our first value we got
5 over
x1.
3.
We got x1 to be 5 plus root 13 over 6.
Okay.
Then for our second value we got oh sorry. For our second value we got x2 to be 5 minus root 13 over 6. So let's assume that this is our alpha. Let's assume this is our beta. This thing will be very long, but just know that let's assume this is our alpha. Let's assume this is our beta. Let me check whether you can use calculator method for it. So I think
Okay.
you should be able to use it. I hope you can see the calculator.
No, I can't see the calculator.
Oh, it's because I only share the let me try. Let me see if I can share the entire screen. Okay, let me share the entire screen. By now, you should be able to see all my screen. Can you see
Yes.
all the screen now? Can you see the calculator
Yes.
now?
Yes.
So we are
Yes, sir.
putting the first value. So your first value in the calculator I I got the first value. Let me do it again in your face. I go and find the root of the equation using the calculator. I think by now you should be able to do that. So we have minus 5, we have 1. So this is what we get for the first value. The second value we got this. So I'm now assuming that because we know in the quadratic equation you get two answers. This one, we assume this should be your first value of alpha. And you know that the question says alpha squared minus alpha beta plus beta squared. So what you'll be doing is that you will now square this. You will square
Okay.
these two. Then you will now minus it from the product. So doing that, you use the calculator. I'm trying to open the calculator. Okay. Can you see the calculator now?
Yes.
Okay. So alright. Let me try to. So as usual, you now you do the square 5 plus root 13. You now do 6. You now square it. Then you do minus into the which is what we are using. This is what we are using. Can you see it? This is what I'm doing.
Yes.
So I will now go to square root of 5 plus
5
13
plus root 13 divided by
over
6.
6 into, I pray it work. So we now have 5 minus root 13.
So we are not going to put any sign in between the two, right?
Sign.
Square. Is it square? Yes.
Right. This is what we are doing. I'm minus alpha beta now.
Yeah. Like alpha beta, right?
Yes.
For this one.
I have put
Like
minus in front now.
okay, yes.
Didn't you understand what I'm doing? I'm doing this directly.
I understand, yes. Like I mean the second one, like the we've done the alpha square, right? So
Yes.
minus alpha beta. That alpha beta, are we going to like there's no any equation, I mean there's no any
No,
either multiplication
because I bracket and bracket, they represent multiplication.
or okay, sir.
I hope you know that. So that's their
Yes.
multiplication. Even if you don't write it, it's multiplication.
Okay. Alright, sir.
So I close the brackets plus square root of
Let me go. 5.
sorry. Okay. No, I will just say brackets.
Okay.
5 minus
Root 13 divided by 6.
You know you are in exam also, you'll be faster than this. So you can see, wow, we got the answer using the calculator. So instead of wasting our time to do all this, you can actually use
Okay.
calculator method. You can see how
Calculator
easy it was. So simple as ABC as that. So I pray that God will help you. So let me continue. Let's continue what we are doing. So now,
Sir,
yeah,
for you to get the alpha,
yes.
are you getting that? For you to get it as alpha on calculator method, you press mode equation
No,
which
no.
is 5, right?
Sebi is normal thing that you normally do. Sebi you know how to find mode. You know how to find quadratic equation using calculator. Or you don't know it.
Yeah, I get it, but you've done it the other time you explained, so I was trying to maybe you can just help me to go through that.
I will do it again. Okay, mode. Then you go to 5.
Yeah.
Equation. Then you go to the
Okay.
third one here. That will be 3.
Third one. Okay.
The third one. You know this one is
Yeah.
ax squared plus bx plus c. So that will be 3. Then you press
Okay.
this will be your a. 3. This will be your
Is equal
minus 5.
5.
Then 1. That's all now. So the first one
Oh,
is
yeah.
x1. I now assume it should be alpha. Do you get what I did?
Okay. Yeah,
The
I
second
get
one
it
is
one.
5 minus root 13 over 6. I now assume it is what? The beta.
Okay.
Do you get what I did now? So that's just it.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
So let's go to the next question now. Why is this thing not so shared? Okay, actually, this question you asked
Series and sequence.
is actually a very simple question. Solution. What they're asking you is what common ratio. Common ratio. What is common ratio? T2 over T1 under what?
That's one.
GP. If it
GP.
is if it is under AP, the answer is you will be having what we call the common difference, and that is T2 minus T1. Now, look at this sequence. They gave you root 2 minus 1 into 3 minus 2 root 2, right? So they now say dot, dot,
Yes.
dot, dot, dot. This is your T1, and this is your T2, right? Do you understand that?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, they now say you find the common ratio. So you now say common ratio is equals to your T2 over T1. So what do we have? What's your T2? 3 minus 2 root
3
2
2 root 2.
over T1. What's your
Okay.
T1? Root 2
Root
minus
2
1.
minus 1.
So you just rationalize it. You can use the calculator step. So you now to rationalize this minus 1, you will change it to plus. So now be root 2 plus 1 over root 2
Okay.
plus 1.
Root 2 plus 1.
I hope you know how to
Yes.
rationalize that. So
Yes.
so what do we have? 3 times root 2. That's 3 root 2.
3 root 2.
3 times 1.
3.
So minus 2 root 2 times root 2.
Minus 2 root 2.
I don't supposed to even show itself. Oh yeah. I want you to do it.
Huh?
Minus 2 root 2 times 2 times root 2.
Minus 2 2.
Oh yeah, what's the final answer?
I'm coming to.
No use your calculator. Don't use calculator.
Okay, sir.
It's
3
simple now.
root 2.
Look at it. 2 times 2 root 2 times 2
Okay.
times root 2 is simple now.
That will
2
be
times
3 root 2 minus 1.
no. 2 root 2 times root 2, right? That would be
Yes.
2 times 2 because root 2 times root 2 is 2.
Okay.
So that would be 4
Root
now.
2.
It's
Oh.
simple now.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's just minus 2 times 2. So we now have minus 2 root 2 times 1. What I'm doing is that I'm multiplying this with this, multiplying this with this, multiplying this with this, multiplying this with this. Do you understand what I did? So that's just it. So minus 2 root 2 times 1. That will be minus 2
Minus 2.
root 2. So this one, root 2 times 2 root 2.
That will be 2.
Root 2 times 1.
Root 2.
Minus 1 times root 2.
Minus root 2.
Minus 1 times 1.
Minus 1.
So that's just it. Oh my god. I might take it, okay? Okay, we now have, let me rewrite it. We have 3 root 2 plus 3 minus 2 root 2. Oh.
Minus 2 root 2 divided by.
Okay. Okay,
Minus
2
2 root.
times minus 2 root 2 over 2 plus root 2
2
minus
plus
root
root
2
2 plus
minus 1.
root 2. By
So what do we have here? We now have 3 root 2 plus 3 minus 2 times 2 is what? 4 minus 2 root 2 over. This one cancel root 2 minus root 2. That's cancel. 2 minus 1 is what? 2. So what do we now have now? We now have 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Do you get what I did here?
Okay.
3 minus 4.
1. -1.
minus 1 over 2. So we have 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2.
That will be √2.
Uh-huh. So root 2 minus 1 over 2. I think that should be our final answer. If we have not made mistake, because what I'm getting here is different. So maybe I've made a
Yes.
mistake in one place. Oh, you don't even tell me that I've made a mistake. 2 minus 1.
The difference is -1 is 1.
Yes, now. So we have made a mistake though. So the final answer will now be what? Root 2
√2
minus 1.
-1.
So our answer is option B. Right. So
Yes.
instead of wasting our time doing that, we can just press the calculator.
Yes.
Since we have known that the common ratio is, let me take it back to the normal state. Since we have known that the common ratio is actually
T2.
T2 over T1. So what's our T2?
Yes.
So just press your thing. 3 minus. So you need to be smart in tomorrow in your exam. So we have root 2 minus 1. I hope you can see the calculator.
Yes.
So I think. So what do we now have now? Oh, sorry, I made a mistake here. The root should not
That
cover, and this is also thing you need to. The root should not cover everything, since it is root 2 minus 1. Root is different. Root 2
not
minus
everything.
1 is different from root 2 minus 1. So there is difference between them. So please
Okay.
take notes. So what do we now have
Yes.
now? So to do that, you just press this place.
Shift.
No shift to go, no shift to. You place this.
I think
You
arrow.
press this.
This right
Then
arrow. Yes.
minus 1. So you can see, okay,
Yes.
1 minus 1 plus root 2 is the same thing as root 2 minus 1.
√2
So
minus
so
1.
instead of going through all those stress, just press your
Okay.
calculator and you get
Okay.
your answer. So let's go to the last question for today. So let's go to the last question for today. So they actually, this one also is just like the one we just did. This is also
Yes.
exponential sequence is actually GP. Please take note of that. Exponential sequence is also what? Geometric progression. So take note of that. Exponential
Yes.
sequence is also geometric. Now, looking at this question, it means this is your series. This is your sequence. You have root 2
√2 minus 1.
minus 1 into 3 minus 2 root 2, and then they said you should find
And
x. So it means this is a GP, right? So this will be your T1, this will be
2
your T2,
T2.
this will be your
T2.
T3. Do you get that? Now, they now ask you to find the value of x. So that it means that's your T3. Do you get? Now, the only way in which you can do this is you are going to like relate it together. Now, there's something you need to know about common ratio. Common ratio is R, right? Right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So common ratio is equals to what? T2 over T1. We have said that in the previous question, right? Now, common
Yes, sir.
ratio is also equals to T3 over T2. But
T2.
it can also be T100 over T99. Just take note of that. It can be
Yes, sir.
T5 over T4. It can be
T4.
C4 over T3. So that's
Yes,
common ratio. Do you get that? So
sir.
what we'll now be doing is that wherever you see T2, put it there. Wherever you see T1, put it there. Wherever you see T3, put it there. So lead
Okay.
me. You are the one to teach me. Oh yeah.
So 3 minus 2 √2 divided by 2 √2 minus 1 is equal
Equals to
to T3. T3.
no x. It will now become x.
Use x.
Uh-huh.
X over
What's my T2?
T2. 3 minus 2 √2.
So let's cross multiply. So you cross multiply. We now have 3 minus 2
3
root
minus
2 into. Then you cross multiply. You know you'll be multiplying this by this. So we now have
yes
3 minus 2 root 2 equals to x times. Okay, sorry. X. Let me use.
because
don't let me let my x look like this. Let me make it look like this because I'm going to use multiplication. Multiplication, I told you that multiplication is the same thing as bracket.
Open bracket, yes.
So don't let me change the value of x. Let me just say it is x. So x bracket is the same thing as multiplication. Root 2 minus 1. So what are we now doing now? You are looking for what? X, right?
Yes.
So just divide
Yes.
everything by root 2 minus 1.
2 minus
And mind you, you are doing CBT. So instead of passing through all this stress, so let's bring out our calculator and let us press it.
1. Okay.
So just press your calculator. Notice the way I'm pressing it too. So look at the arrow and look at everything. Anywhere you see brackets, you must put it there. So 3 minus 2,
Okay.
2 root 2. Okay. Notice how I'm doing it. Little by little. 3 minus, and don't be tensed when you are doing it in the CPT. Don't be tensed. Make sure your body is calm. So root 2 minus 1. So you can see what I've pressed now. I've pressed everything instead of going through the stress. Then you press your equals to. What do we have? Minus 7 plus 5 root 2. Minus 7 plus 5 root 2. So
That's 5 root 2.
what did you get in your answer? So minus 7 plus 5 root 2. The answer is not there. But let me check. Let me check. Let me check the question again. Maybe it's actually a mistake on their part or in the workings. I don't know whether they made a mistake or I think this 5
The
root 5.
value.
I think this
It should
value.
be like
Eh?
B,
What do you
right?
think? Yes, this C, it should be option C. It should be
Okay,
maybe
that
they
5
want
is 2.
maybe it is 5 root 5 they want to write.
Okay.
So
And this the option B also is either they made a mistake or either
yes,
putting minus.
yes. So this is the answer. This is the final answer. It is 5 root 2 minus 7. So
Minus
that's just
7.
everything you seek for. So I wish you best of luck in your exam.
Amen, sir. Thank you, sir.
So that's just what we have to do. So
Yes,
you
sir.
can.
Thank you very much,
I,
sir.
I pray God will help you, and please
Amen.
uh, don't hesitate to seek help if you need any other help. So
All right, sir.
that is it. Thank you for.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes,
Um, you made mention of our BIO, BIO 101.
yes. Read your textbooks. I've sent the link, a particular link to you. There's a textbook in that link. Make sure
Okay,
you
we
read
should
that.
go through.
Go through that
Okay.
textbook and read it. So thank you
All
for
right, sir.
coming. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you.